everyone. My name is Jean. I'm co-founder of IoTeX. I spent 7 years in Silicon Valley as a venture capitalist. Luckily, finally, I finally know my own venture, which is IoTeX, with in the Lauren and Xinxin and in the Kevin. So in IoTeX team, I'm more take care of everything which is not super technical. So I'm in charge of all those operations, leading the efforts in the marketing, community, and investor relationship. And now maybe I'm also one of the more familiar faces to talk to delegates. So I'm very happy to get all the support from all around the world. So welcome to IoTeX family and ecosystem. And now you are the most important part to Bootstrap network and remain network. And thank you for joining us.
Hello everyone, this is Zhijie from IoTeX team. I'm the software engineer here. Nice to meet you everybody here in this channel. I'm glad that you guys can come to join to launch the Mainnet Rehearsal, and also be glad that the software we have developed has been used by all of you. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Z, and I'm very happy to join the IoTeX about sometime last year and make big progress until now that we can have this rehearsal today. And we hope that everyone will enjoy the work we have done and experience the new technique we bring to the blockchain.
Hello everyone, this is Yutong from IoTeX. I'm also a software engineer. In the last like 6 months to 7 months, the engineering team in IoTeX worked really hard to build the foundation of this the whole project, the chain. And now, like today, we're like very exciting. I'm very exciting to share this with all of you, the rehearsal. So yeah, let's get the thing started.
Hello everyone, this is Kevin, co-founder of IoTeX. I'm very excited to see today we are going to do the first rehearsal on Mainnet, and I'm very happy to see so many faces. Prior to IoTeX, I worked at Facebook. My slogan is I love building things, and from here I love also to building things for IoT. And I'm mainly in charge of the product side. And in future, I also want to work with all the delegates together to build more and more stuff. Let's start and let's building things together.
Hello everybody, this is Laurie. Very happy to be here today and meet all you guys. We already have a lot of conversations with many of you on Telegram from the very beginning of this project, and yeah, very happy to be here and we go through this process all together. Yeah, hope you enjoy the journey with us.
Hi guys, it's a pleasure to be on this call on our first day of the rehearsal. My name is Alina. I'm the face that you see in our Telegram main group, community manager. I help to manage the global community as well as I work closely with our brand ambassadors, and I hope to work closely with you. So just in case if you have any questions, need any help, please feel free to shoot me a message.
Great. And finally, my name is Larry. Been coordinating the delegate program and working on some business development, and really looking forward to kicking off rehearsal. It's been a long road to today, and it's the start of a new chapter of IoTeX, so really looking forward to it. So we're just going to give everyone a chance to introduce themselves as well. You know, this delegate program is more of a very big team effort. So, you know, this is, you know, the start where you meet your new family, meet your new teammates. So we're just going to go alphabetical order. And yeah, just give a quick introduction to yourself, introduction to your delegate, and yeah, maybe share some fun facts about yourself as well. So we're going to start with airfoil. Josh?
Okay. I'm Josh. I'm with Airfoil. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So along with us, I'm excited to be a part of this and to see this get rolling. So a little bit about us. We focus on starting nodes for specific blockchains that we are very interested in. So I'm actually very interested to see how we can apply this IoT technology to the blockchain space.
Great. Thanks for that, Josh. Kobo Wallets?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah, Kobo Wallet is a wallet that provides many second coins. We support IoTeX from 2 months ago, and we are now the 7th in the mainnet. So we will cooperate with IoTeX in the future. Yeah.
Great, thank you for that. Next is CoinGecko.
My name is TM, co-founder at CoinGecko. So basically, we are a cryptocurrency data aggregator. We track over 4,000 cryptocurrencies that are publicly traded from 300 different exchanges, and we track different data points like price, volume, developer activity, on-chain metrics, and so on. Very interested to see how IoTeX will bootstrap itself. Very keen to also be part of the network. This will be our 3rd or 4th masternode that we try to run on our end. And let's see how it goes. There are some things we can probably help and support for the IoT network as well. Thank you.
Hey, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah. Hey, Nate.
Hey, this is Nate Miller. I'm from Consensus Networks. And we are, working on becoming a delegate, of course. We are focused mainly on blockchain infrastructure and running servers and such. We've also been awarded a grant from the National Institutes of Health for a blockchain, for a healthcare platform supported by blockchain technology. And so we're really excited to participate with IoTeX and really see what we can do as it comes to IoT and healthcare, and see what avenues lie there. So excited to be here. Yeah.
Great. Thanks for that. Let's go to CPC, Stanford CPC.
So we have Hao and Braille over here. So CPC is founded in 2015 at Stanford by myself and another 30 Stanford alumni. The goal was to connect our member startups and the Silicon Valley top VC community. So we have Greylock, Sequoia, Kleiner Perkins, and also a few corporate ventures like Intel Venture, Intel Capital, Qualcomm Ventures, Extra. So until today, we have around like 150 startups in the ecosystems with around 600 million raised. And we're very happy to be one of the main node for IoTeX to facilitate the development of the IoT and blockchain ecosystem. Thanks.
Thanks for that, bro. Next is D-Route.
Hi, thank you, Larry. This is Ramkrishnan from D-Route. We're really excited to be part of this delegation service, and excited to see the 2 fields of blockchain and IoT coming together. And we really appreciate IoTeX taking the lead on that, and we are excited to work with IoTeX. And D-Route is a layer 0, low latency backbone infrastructure that provides the lowest possible latency for block propagation times. And one of the reasons we want to be part of this project is we want to show and prove our technology within the context of the IoTeX blockchain. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ram. Next, we have Do Capital. Okay, I think we can. I see that they don't have a microphone. So he said in the chat he's a technical assistant of Do Capital. Very excited about the launch of IoTeX and wish everything goes well tonight. And looking for some IoTT for the testnet. So we'll get that to you soon. Thank you so much. Next we have Game Fantasy. Game Fantasy wrote something they wanted to share. So Game Fantasy is a game development team from Shanghai. They're honored to join the delegate election, and they're researching more with IoTeX. The vision of Game Fantasy is very much aligned with IoTeX. They love the technical team working hard behind the scenes, and they're looking forward to working with everyone. Next, we have HashBuy.
This is Corey from HashBuy, and HashBuy is going to be a decentralized marketplace and loyalty rewards program that enables data transparency between sellers and shoppers. And this marketplace is created by Whole Fund Capital, which I'm the VP of. Invested over 50 smart devices in China, and we are going to introduce IoTeX network to our portfolio. The reason why we built HashBuy is that we want to motivate consumers to buy products that implement IoTeX technology, and also we are going to encourage adopt IoTeX and join the network. And very honored to be here.
Great, thank you so much. Next we have Homotopic and Draper Dragon.
This is Yiming from Draper Dragon. First of all, thank you for supporting us, and thanks for supporting IoTeX network. From our notes name, you can see there are two companies. Homotopic is actually one of our portfolio. It's a blockchain company. If you need any technical support or some kind of blockchain solution, maybe you guys can go talk to them. And they're actually operating they're operating a node for ontology right now. The founder of Homotopic, it's a pretty experienced blockchain developer, and also he used to be the co-founder of Rothchain. And a little bit about ourselves, about Draper Dragon. We are one of the core member of the Draper Venture Network. We mainly focus on investing in early startups in China market and US. So I think that's it. By the way, we really want to get to know more about the IoTeX community, and we want to see if there's any interesting projects or interesting apps coming from the IoTeX community. If there's any, let us know. We'd love to talk. And that's it. Looking forward to the Mainnet launch.
Okay, we can come back to them. IoTask, Fernando.
Hi, my name is Fernando. I'm from IoTeX. We are community development in Brazil. We have done several works with DPoS blockchain in the past, and have a few other projects with IoT and CL. Opportunity here to join both of the works. So, linking some projects that we have in IoT with our blockchain expertise. And we're very excited to be here. And thank you very much, Larry.
IoTeX Geeks.
IoTeX Geeks here. I'm basically situated in Africa. We're running as a delegate, community delegate. So, yeah, not a corporate, community. And we're hoping to develop a wallet that we can bring to the IoTeX community. We've already got a first version running on Telegram. And yeah, we look forward to your support.
Great, thanks, Bobby. IoTeX Lab.
Hello. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Simone.
Okay. Hi, this is Simone from IoTeX Lab. And it's a pleasure to be here with you all. And I'm honored to be part of the IoTeX Delegates family. I've been an IoTeX brand ambassador during the last year, and it was an amazing year. And I've learned so much from IoTeX and from the technology and from IoTeX team people as well. I think I can say I'm a true IoTeX enthusiast. I like so much to talk about IoTeX blockchain to everyone, including friends, family. And so I'm planning to participate in IoT industry events in the future as much as I can, where I introduce IoTeX technology. And I'm looking forward to bootstrap the IoTeX mainnet with you, and let's do great things all together, okay?
Great, thank you, Simone. We can go ahead to IoTeX Union, Daria.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you, yeah.
Hello, my name is Daria. I'm from IoTeX Union. Today I'm here with my husband, answering 4 tech questions today. Unfortunately, we have some tech problem for now, but hope we will fix it soon. And I hope we will run the node and we'll mining with you. I love IoTeX. I'm also a brand ambassador for almost a year, and I'm very happy to be a part of this team. Great team. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Daria. Next, we have IoTeX Mainnet, Alex.
Hi, guys. We are really happy to become a part of our big team of IoTeX. We are going to support the Russian community in our region and implement blockchain cases, IoTeX in collaboration with government.
Okay, we can go ahead with IoTeX team.
I'm again Simone from IoTeX Lab, and Andrea is having some problems with the microphone and the cam, so he's just restarting his computer at the moment.
Okay, no problem. We can come back to Andrea. Next, we have IoT Explorer, Jason.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jason or Kits from IoT Explorer. Like Simone, I've been a brand ambassador / community leader for IoTeX since about the last year. And yeah, I'm really excited to just help out as a delegate, hoping to work with all of you going forward. Hope we can kind of really be collaborative and just expand the network and bootstrap the network together.
Great, thanks, Jason. Next, we have Keys, IoTeX, Burak.
Hi, Larry, can you hear me?
We can hear you, yeah.
Okay, good. So this is Burak. I'm originally from Turkey. My background is data analytics and statistics. So I worked in the financial and banking industry for several years before. And from 2014, I'm in the blockchain space, but mostly from 2016, I'm more actively involved. So my primary goal is to, support and provide services to the most innovative and top-notch blockchain projects out there. And I'm really excited to be a part of this community, and I'm looking forward to working with you guys.
Great, thank you so much. Next, we have Lanhu IoT. Anthony, I see you online here. Yep, I see Anthony wrote something in the chat. Wishing everything goes well tonight, and IoTeX goes to the moon in the future. We all do hope that happens. Next is public payments. I think Steven's online.
Hi, yeah, I'm here, Larry. Hi, everybody. My name's Steve Berryman. I'm the co-founder of Public Payments. My colleague, I'm based in the UK. My co-founder is in Australia, so unfortunately he can't come on the call. I've been involved in this blockchain space for quite a period of time, and we got involved with Tezos. We were one of the early bakers in Tezos, and Larry invited us over to take a look at IoTeX, and we've been very happy so far, but we are late, but trying to catch up. I think one of the things that we bring to Tezos is we provide, we help doing training for Tezos UK, help developers and provide very simple documents, basically take some of the hardcore technical stuff and turn it into something that maybe somebody's not quite so technical. And we've started to do that on IoTeX, and we plan to continue doing that type of thing to be able to make it easier for other people to come on board.
Great, thank you, Stephen. And if everyone should check out their Ubuntu guide to starting a node, it's great. WAN nodes?
Hello, everyone. My name is Nguyen. I'm an active member of the IoTeX community. It's a pleasure to be with you. Over the past few months, we have seen the hard work of the team and the growth of the community. I'm looking forward to its future performance. Thank you.
Thank you, Juan. Next, we have Wales Capital. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm technical assistant of Wales Capital. Wales Capital focus on blockchain investments, and we had some experience about BPOS projects, just like Ashi, Lisk, and Oxy. So we believe it's a good direction to combine blockchain and IoT. So we believe IoTeX will have a good future.
Thank you, thank you. Next, we have UB Capital.
Okay, this is UB Capital, and we are very pleased to join IoTeX, and we do a lot of research and find it's a very interesting project, and hope the IoTeX will go to the moon in the future. Okay.
Great, thank you. And finally, we have Scott from ZH Capital.
Right, I'm lucky last. So my name is Scott, and I am the founder of ZH Capital. So just a quick run through of our backgrounds. We established in 2015 and now have 2 locations set up, both in Australia and China, focusing on OTC markets and crypto asset management. Our core members are from various sectors of traditional finance, for example, CFA, FRM holders, MBAs from MIT Sloan. On top of that, we also have in-house tech expert and great academics such as Dr. Liu, who holds a PhD in mathematics and statistics from Monash University. So we have a very strong risk-averse character, which means we don't contribute easily unless we have a close relationship with the team and some great fundamentals to fall back on. So besides IoTeX, we are early investor for projects such as VeChain, OhmySco, Binance Coin, and etc. And on top of that, we are a 100% legal entity registered with ASIC, which stands for Australian Security and Investment Commission, who is the nation's financial regulator. And yeah, so short story, in early 2018, we were the contact for Hobby when they decided to enter the Australian market. So we helped them to pitch for a lot of local partnerships, conducted market research, sourcing CEO candidates. I believe it was Adrian Harrison that they landed on. Was a great guy. And market promotions and many other works. So yeah, it's actually probably 1:30 a.m. in Melbourne, but yeah, we're still very excited to be part of here.
Yeah, thanks so much, Scott. I think, it's tough to get everyone on the line at the same time. So one time zone definitely has to take the hit. Right now it's nighttime for the Pacific Ocean. So really appreciate the flexibility. Thank you so much.
No, excited to be here.
So yeah, I think, I see some people here. Looks like they were trying to give an intro. So I'm going to start with Capital Mu.
Hi guys. This is Hao from Capital Mu. We are a research and development team based in Singapore, in the National University of Singapore. We've been working with IoTeX team since the beginning of the project and on technical projects and academic projects. So yeah, we're pretty happy to be part of the delegate program, and we would like to see more. Thanks.
Great, thank you so much. I see IOSG in here. Do you want to give a short introduction, Josie?
Yeah. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry too late to join this conference. Yeah, I'm from IOSG Venture, and it's our honor to publish as a validator. Yeah, I think we together with IoTeX fighting, we plan to sell 85% of all the reward back to voters. We will we are together with the IoTeX developers to set up and launch the mainnet. Yeah. Thank you all. Yeah.
Great, thank you. I think that's everyone. Does anyone has anyone not had a chance to give an introduction that wants to? Okay, great. Yeah, well, this is a continuous process. So throughout the mainnet rehearsal and even after the mainnet launches, we encourage everyone to meet the other delegates. There's a lot of collaboration opportunities within the IoTeX network. So looking forward to getting everyone more familiar with each other. And I'm going to hand it over to Rallard. So the approach from here, we're going to give a short introduction presentation, and then we're going to start with the mining. So I will let Rallard walk through that entire process. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Larry. Again, thanks for joining us, everyone. So excited for this rehearsal, which starts today. So the purpose for this talk is trying to give you some idea about how we set up the entire rehearsal, testnet, mainnet pipeline, and how does everything putting together, right? So, and the second purpose is trying to get you familiar with the entire process, what should you do to get your node up and running, mining blocks, and also get rewarded. So that's my two purposes for this talk. That's why it's a little bit techy, but not too technical, hopefully. So let's get started. So Larry, please go into page 2. So the agenda looks like this. I will have something talk about staking and voting, how IoTeX and Ethereum works together, because some of you were asking about what's the black magic behind you can vote on Ethereum using ERC20 token while mining on IoTeX blockchain and get rewarded. Right? I want to make it clear. So I want to talk about the test pipelines versus the mainnet pipeline, the bootstrapping process, the rehearsal calendar, and some of the expectations of our delegates. Okay, so first talk about staking and voting. So we have done something that no one did before. So we designed an entire new staking system by abstracting each of the stakes as a basket, right? As a bucket. That's how we call it. Basically, you can think a basket is full of IoTeX tokens, probably IoTeX tokens. It has a duration. It means how long you want to stay, 7 epochs, 21 epochs, all the way up to 350 epochs. And also this has another attribute is who is the vote for. Like this red bucket points to this red guy. Red guy means one delegate, and also the green one points to the green guy. But you can change who you vote for whenever you want. So that's a magic. And also it has something called auto stake, because your voting power will decay as time goes by. So that's why we have this feature called auto stake. That means there's no such a decay as time goes by. So it always have constant voting power. So by having this simple abstraction, we have made everything work so far. Hopefully you guys like it so far. So you can see on our web portal, remember the IoTeX.io, the ranking of all the delegates. I'm sure a rank has changed overnight, but yeah, that's the way how you visualize the entire staking and voting process. So that's basically at a very high level how the staking and voting works. So the second thing is why you can staking and voting on Ethereum using ERC20 token while have IoTeX blockchain to mine and generate blocks, right? So that comes down to our a grand design of the entire IoTeX network. So we will have a one governance layer that will be ready probably next quarter also. It's called Gravity Chain. All the staking, voting, governance protocols will run on top of that chain. And then we will have a root chain. It's a main coordinator for lots of subchains, lots of execution layer. So that's the thing we're launching right now at this moment. Rehearsal, right? But given the constrained resource for the team, we want first use Ethereum as our gravity chain for probably 1 quarter. So that's why you can see lots of things are going on actually on the Ethereum, while IoTeX blockchain will try to sync the contract states from the Ethereum regarding staking and voting. So that's the black magic behind this. But in the long run, we will have our own governance layer. So you will have the chance to do lots of cool stuff. in addition to staking and voting, you can do some kind of like how you do like a self-amending ledger, such as Tezos, or you can do something like you can vote for a feature, and if the vote gets through, like someone will probably take the bounty and implement the feature, right? So lots of things will go on the governance layer as well. If we look at down, right, so that's a subchain and execution layer we will have in next quarter. So like one more thing adding here is the approach we are taking is we are going to incubate different DApps applications on top of a root chain. Once it's secure and also mature enough, we will separate it out to be a subchain, right? Because as a subchain, you will have like a segregated data storage, segregated network use, segregated like CPU usage, which will be super cool to lots of DApp developers. Next one is testnet pipeline versus mainnet pipeline. So this is like two external pipelines we expose to all our BPs, right? Like we also have like lots of internal pipelines as nightly build, test cluster, and whatever dev pipeline. We have like several inside, but to the external world, we have two to be consistent. So one pipeline you guys are probably already familiar with is this test pipeline. The front end is member-testnet.iotex.io, which points to like two contracts under Ethereum mainnet. One is a registration contract. That's where your name, like your BP name, delegate name, gets registered. And also another one is called a staking contract. Both of these contracts use some testing token called IoTTT, which I think I personally like issue to you guys since like the faucet doesn't work so well. And IoTeX blockchain, which runs this RC5 hotfix 1 as of now, are actually syncing states from these two contracts, trying to say who is the BP for this epoch, who is the BP for the next epoch, so on and so forth, right? So this is test pipeline. The one actually we are going to poke with today is this mainnet pipeline. So it's a different one. So you will have, I think it's better to have another machine basically to keep your test pipeline running while also joining this mainnet pipeline. So the front end is member.iotex.io, which you saw like all the ranking, everything here. And it points to two contracts. The staking contract is the one actually we are using for staking all the IoTeX tokens, like the real IoTeX tokens, like a tradable IoTeX token. For the registration part, we have something different here. So for the rehearsal purposes, so we will have like a rehearsal registration contract where we can do some kind of control because like some of the VPs may drop offline unexpected. There could be some bugs, performance issues, right? So we do implement some controls in this rehearsal registration contract to basically have some control over the entire system. But once we launch a mainnet, we will switch to use the real registration contract. So that's also the one like you see when you interact with MetaMask, trying to put your name there, operator address, and the rewarding address. As of now, like this mainnet pipeline is running RC6, which we caught yesterday, thanks for the hard work from the engineering team. It's already up and running now. Like I'm going to talk you through like how we can join this one today. So that's a mainnet pipeline. Then it comes down to the bootstrapping process. Lots of rubber on this slide. Hope you guys like it. So there are two big steps for the bootstrapping process. So like a computer, right? So first one is you boot up, like you push the power button, push down the power button, and it gets boot up. So that's step one. Step two is called power on self-test, post. Basically, we will use some tools, some manual tests to verify all the behaviors on the chain, the performance, the security are great. Then step three is activate and put into real use. So I want to talk a little bit more about this step one. That's the thing like we are mostly trying to deal with as of today. So the process here is we will run 24 robber BPs, or should we call robber delegates, at the very beginning, who will work together to generate the next block and the epoch 0, and probably 1, 2, right? Then we will have like the test mainnet, rehearsal mainnet open to external BPs. So you guys can join starting from epoch N, let's see, right? Probably three of you will be elected in epoch N, and in epoch N plus 1, there will be more BPs join us. And essentially, on all the BPs, they will be able to join us. and our robot delegates will be kicked out. So once we finish this process, then we can go down to like the post and also to activate the blockchain network if we like it. So that's a bootstrapping process. There are some like rehearsal logistics. So during the entire rehearsal will probably last for 2 to 3 weeks. I hope 2 if everything goes well. But keep in mind something could go wrong, so we will need a longer time. So there will be 3 attempts at least for during this like 2 to 3 weeks duration. So we will have like 2 attempts to bootstrap from block 0 for all the delegates working with all the robot BPs, right? So that's attempts 1 and 2. Attempt 3, we will be like practicing how can we deploy hot fixes, how can we reboot your machine with a new software and existing database, and how can we like recover from disastrous state, and how can we save the chain, right? By probably rolling back 1 or 2 blocks, hopefully not, but yeah, that's a rare case. So that's attempt 3. So there will be some online tutorials and workshops around how should we do these 3 attempts. No worries for now. Another fun fact about this rehearsal is we use like a real staking and voting states, and I just explained because we use a real staking contract. However, we reduce the epoch time to 1 hour for now because we want to be more inclusive. I know lots of you are eager to see your machines are producing blocks, are actually getting mining reward, right? So that would be a super exciting experience. So that's why we reduce the epoch time from 1 day to 1 hour to try to be more inclusive here. But keep in mind, like during the mainnet launch, we will still like use like 1 epoch equal to 1 day. The first one is all delegates are welcome. Like I said, everybody's welcome here as long as you're joining this call. Everybody's welcome. So we will like mandate the top 12 delegates to be joining us in the mining blocks. So that is a must. But for all the people who are ranking from 13 to 24, even to 36, you guys are welcome to join us. There is some technical things we can tweak to get you like selected into the network and also produce blocks. The first one probably will be very exciting to lots of you. Is like the real rewards. So the block rewards you obtain during the rehearsal will be paid off in ERC20 token by end of each attempt, right? So the first attempt will probably last for 7 days. You have your machine up and running, produce block rewards, and then you will be able to come to us to say, hey, Roland, I got this many like a block reward. I want to redeem it to ERC20 token IoTeX. So can I do that? I'm saying, yeah, sure. Just give me your ETH address. I'm going to send you this amount. If you can show me a proof that you own this many of native IoTeX testing coin, right? So that's a block reward. But for the epoch reward, it's not going to be paid. So just want to make it clear at the very beginning. So rehearsal calendar, I think Larry already sent out this to you guys. I have some highlights here as well, just trying to remind everyone. So the things that is ongoing. So basically, as of today, we have this introduction, have a short round of introduction for everybody. We will start the robots. I think our engineers already started them last night, so it's already up and running. And you guys are welcome to join us. I'm going to walk through you briefly about the steps in the next slide or so. And on day 3, we will have like a workshop. So there will be someone from our team giving talks about recommended system infra, like how should you like set up your system, right? You don't want a single machine here because single machine can fail anytime. You want like a set of machines, probably 2 machines with a load balancer. So that's a topic about this recommended system infra. Then someone from our team will talk about the monitoring, on-call, and DevOps, right? Because you don't want your machine just go dead, mining no blocks at all, like without notifying you. So that's why you need some kind of monitoring on-call setup here. And get rewarded swap tokens and so on, of course. And we will also have a practice like how to fast sync, because as of now, like I think the number I heard from our engineers, like IoTeX blockchain can sync up to 300 blocks per minute. So that's good at the very beginning, but not good in the long run, right? Say if you have 10 million blocks, that will take a lot of time. So that's why we have another thing called fast sync. You will be very interesting to learn, like how can you sync up to a network probably within 1 hour, even the blockchain height was very big. Then we will have some operating sessions for delegates, because I heard from you guys, lots of you want to talk about, for example, like D-Route have this cool technology, right? How that could be integrating with IoTeX technology and also beneficial to all the people here. So that's kind of talk we are looking for. If you want to give such a talk, just find Larry. He will coordinate with you. So that's day 3. Then down the road with day 7, we want to I think the co-founders will do another talk about the future of IoTeX, basically what we're doing down the road, right? Like the launch of Mainnet is just a start of a new chapter. It's not like the end of something. It's a start of a new chapter. We have lots of exciting plans down the road. So I'm trying to also get some feedbacks from you guys, also share more with you. Then we will repeat the bootstrapping process again from 0, right? Because we will make sure nothing will go wrong when we launch the real Mainnet. So that's on day 7. On day 10, we will do, like as I say, like the fire drill day. It's like we will do emergency stop. Say something goes wrong on the IoTeX blockchain. What should we do, right? What should all of us do? And how can we deploy a compatible hotfix? How about like the hotfix is not compatible? What tool should we use, right? Is there something like I should do before I apply the hotfix? That's a question we are going to answer during those sessions. And hopefully, April 9 is the conclusion day. So that's the end of the day 14. If everything goes well, everybody's happy, the blockchain is happily running, then we will call it a day. Otherwise, we will have to extend. So there is some more details in this documentation. You guys are welcome to check it out. So the short URL is t.iotech.me/rehearsal-guide. So there's some expectations we need from you. Where you should be today is provide technical point of contact information, probably to Larry if you haven't yet, right? So lots of you already did, but some of you haven't yet. So please do give this technical information to Larry. Also the port, the IP, the contact information, and most importantly is just make sure you have your machine sync up and consistently mining on the testnet. So that's basically like a warm-up step. What is expected from you through the Mainnet rehearsal is we want you to attend all the consensus rehearsals, orientation calls, to get familiar with everybody here, to get familiar with the process, the tools, the architectures, everything. And be on call to install both urgent and non-urgent software updates, meet your fellow delegates, and create a collaborative working atmosphere. Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we want. Okay, cool. So I guess.
Hey, Ron, before we continue, one thing on the previous slide, can you click that link, member.iotex.io/profile/technical? So, you know, I've been collecting server IPs and endpoints, but we actually just put this on the website. So under the new delegate tab, there's a technical information. We want you guys to add your server and one port. So, you know, if you change to a backup server, then please update it here as well. What we're going to do is have a new column on the voting website that says your node status. So, you know, periodically pinging the server to see if it's online. So, you know, that's just something that we're starting soon. So that's just some clarification on what that step means.
Okay, that's very cool. Yeah, basically I was showing this ready go page, right? So I want clicking to explain a little bit more here. So you can go to this one. I think our engineering team did a good job. They have this detailed documentation here, so you guys can follow. Let me drop this also into the Discord channel, so everybody will have access to that. So the steps is almost the same as we did on the testnet. So you will have to pull the Docker image. You will have to set up some directory structure and curl those config.yaml and genesis.yaml to this directory you just set up. and edit them to put in your IP, your private key, everything, then just run the Docker. So that's like a one-stop solution. If you want to interact with your Mainnet Rehearsal, you will have to download this CLI. So this is contributed mostly by our lovely intern. So like a very cool tool to interact with IoTeX blockchain as of now. So that's it. I think if you have already running through like the testnet setup, this should not be like a totally new and surprise to you. If you haven't yet, yeah, you will have a hard time, I guess. But all of our engineers, they are helping each other in the Discord. And some of you, if they cannot speak English, also I saw them are helping you guys on the WeChat as well. But yeah, so if you have any question, feel free to ask them. I think they are floating around. There are 5 or 6 of them, so we should have enough manpower here. So the last one is I basically want to give you some sneak peek of the new Explorer. Our front-end engineers was working so hard to make it happen. So as you guys know, we have an IoTeX Scan version 1 in the past, but we feel like it's not meets the high quality standard we want for like a very high quality blockchain project. So that's why the front-end team has started something from new. So they use some very fancy new technology, which I don't understand, like GraphSQL, some other thing I cannot understand. So basically, it's still in a very, very early stage, probably like an alpha state, but it can show things. For example, this Mainnet Rehearsal blockchain has this height, which is produced by most of the Robert BPs. And the TPS here, token price, coin market cap, of course, and all the delegates, you can see your names here. It's the same as you can see on the member.iotex.io. And also in terms of action, you can see what is going on. Maybe this guy gets reward, or that guy, what happens, right? So there are lots of fun things to play with. Yeah, just let us know if you found some features you really want, or you see some bugs you really want to fix. Just let us know. Okay, so I guess that's all from me. I'm going to download this one as a PDF and drop this to the Discord, so everybody will have time to review it and trying to understand it more. And if you have any question, feel free to ask me and all the IoTeX people in the Discord channel. And also, you are also welcome to help each other if you have the good answers to the questions others ask, right? So I guess that's it. That's all from me. So
does anyone have any questions on anything we talked about? Any questions on the schedule, the concept of what we're doing? Maybe, regarding the on-call expectation, Rowland, do you want to maybe just walk through, after this main rehearsal, what kind of things are expected, and if delegates have issues with their node, what's the best approach to get those solved quickly?
Yeah, I think I kind of already mentioned this, right? So there are 2 things you will need to make sure your node is 100% up. So one thing is you will have to have a system rather than a single machine to be a BP. And second is you will have to provide some monitoring mechanisms to yourself, basically. Also, it would be good to us too. So then you will know something bad is going on. For example, like as the internal team, we use Grafana with Prometheus to monitor all the nodes we're running. So I can give you guys like a sneak peek here as well. So you can see like the block height is this goes flat probably because some of you stop your machines on the testnet and switch to the Mainnet Rehearsal. So that's kind of pause here for a while. That's my guess. And we will see how long it will take to process a block, so far and so forth. Disk usage, that's the things we want to monitor because we don't want you guys to spend a lot of money on the storage side. So that's why we actually recently we have an improvement over the storage side as well. We cut off almost half of the storage away. So save you guys some cost here. So that's the kind of thing you will need. And also, as of us, we use PagerDuty to monitor all those metrics. For example, we have like one rule is if we see the block height is not increasing in 10 minutes, someone on the team will get paged, and they will come back to the blockchain to see what is going on, how to fix it, right? I think the similar kind of philosophy applies to you guys as well. Hopefully that answers Larry's question.
Yeah, it does. Cool. So I think the next step is, show the robot delegates in action. Maybe walk through that.
Okay, so we can do something here, right? So if you install the command line tool IOCTO, so you can run something called IOCTO node delegate. Then you can see who are the active delegates. I assume like most of these, I think there are 24 of them. Let me make sure. Yeah, there are 24 of them. Most of them are Robert. I think these two are like a real delegates who already joined us and who haven't synced up their machine yet. That's my guess. So that's why they are producing 0 blocks. But all the other address here, as you can see, they are basically Robert address. So let's do like one funny thing, right? So I think I did something last night. It's basically to check. Okay, I think that's the one. No. Basically, what I want to do here is trying to show you guys how we can check if your machine got rewarded or not. For example, you will have 2 addresses tied to your BP name, right? For example, if your BP name is, I don't know, Wales, then you will have like an operator address and also a rewarding address. So here, what you can see here on this one is your operator address. For example, that's one of my operator address. And this one will associate with another address called the reward address, which you set up in the member portal. Then you will have the chance to do this, know the reward, the address, and you will be able to see if you already produce blocks or something here, probably 100, maybe more IoTeX tokens. And then you can use IOCTO node reward claim to claim those tokens. The best way to learn how this tool works is we have like a documentation website where I should also probably put it into the slide. This one. So we have one big section about how to use this clean command tool. Let me also drop off this in the Discord channel. How to install them. And the first step is set up the endpoint, get a wallet directory, create an account, and also interact with the blockchain. So that's the thing you want to go through, trying to understand more about how to use it. Okay, I think that's all from my side. Unless you guys have some question, I think I'm going to hand it back to Larry.
Sure. Any questions on any of that? Yeah, I encourage everyone to go through this documentation page in detail. There's a lot of things about interacting with the testnet, the command line interface stuff. So, yeah. So, Rowland, how did you want to proceed with the next step for the rehearsal?
Yeah, I think we can still have the Zoom on, right? Like, if someone has some question, like someone from our team should be able to answer on the Zoom as well. But most of the work will probably be shifted to the Discord channel. Like, they will have to. I encourage everyone to try it out. Like I said, just send out this instruction here. Try it out. If you have any technical questions, feel free to ask us in the Discord channel, or you can talk with us on the Zoom as well. How about that?
Yeah, so everyone should start their node now. So I think before starting, we request everyone to clean their database, start from blank slate. And yeah. Question from Kits, those outside the top 12, will they be able to produce blocks during this rehearsal? So how many delegates will be onboarded to mine during this rehearsal round?
So the setup is exactly the same as the mainnet. We will have 36 consensus delegates in total, and 24 of them will be selected randomly in each of the epoch, right? So this 36 consensus delegate will be made up of some robber BPs together with external BPs, right? But we can choose the number of robber BPs if we see like there are even like more than 12 external BPs. So generally speaking, like your chance to get it to produce a block is really high.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so everyone, please get started with the RC6 on your Mainnet Rehearsal node, and any questions you can ask in the tech thread or the Mainnet Rehearsal thread.
Yeah, hi, Larry. I have a question. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I have questions about how to protect the main network to be secure, private, and reliable. In many IoT applications or dApps that address many users or a large number of users, the BP validators how to be guarantee and protect the security. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, sure. I can take on this question. So the question is around how can we make sure the delegates node is secure, right? So that's also comes down to the workshop I was referring. Like,
yeah.
Right.
Because in the future have many IoT application and IoT dApps in our main network. Yeah. So many users in our main network. So for as BP validators, how to protect security is very important.
Yeah, so I think that's a good question. So that's why, like I said, you will have to have a system rather than a single machine. The most common attacks we saw so far is like this DOS attack. Like some like a random guys can send you lots of traffic to take down the BP, right, for their purposes. So the idea is you will have to have a load balancer set up in front of your machines, which will automatically do some rate limiting. Also will probably shift the load to other servers if needed. And also behind the load balancer, you will have to have like at least two machines, one master machine and one slave machine. But you can have like more slave machines as well. So the master one will produce blocks. And if something bad happens, the master dies, right? Like the job will automatically switch to slave, and slave will take it down. And also if the slave dies, it will shift to the next slave. So that's kind of system like Google, Facebook, and everybody like is used in the industry. We use Kubernetes to orchestrate all our machines and set them up reliably and securely. So yeah, welcome to ask this question in the Discord channel. I think Yutong is the point of contact for lots of this cluster setup question, Kubernetes question, so on and so forth. But generally speaking, you will need a system rather than a single machine.
I have a question.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So you mentioned that, and during the rehearsal, and all the nodes are encouraged to join. And what if I'm a node beyond 21? And so now you have the 24 robot, and is a swap between my node and the robot is happening automatically online, or I have to talk with you offline?
Yeah, you will have to notify us in the Discord channel, like once you are ready, right? Like your thing is fully synced. You will have to ping me or maybe other technical folks in the channel to say we are ready. Please promote me to the daily groups so you can produce blocks.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just got one more question. For the Mainnet Rehearsal, so it will use the rankings from the main members' website, is that correct? Because then that means we must run the nodes with those addresses.
Yes, that's right. Like everything is real as we will be using the mainnet.
All right, okay, so we mustn't use our test node address, we must actually update our nodes to the right addresses. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a really good question, actually. So once the rehearsal is done, everybody's happy, everything's successful, we will be able to promote this pipeline to the real mainnet, right? So that's why we use like the static is the private key, everything as real as possible to trying to identify problems, to trying to improve the process.
We started a spreadsheet. As you can see, the thing that's being streamed. So when your node is up and synced, then let us know your operator and rewards address, and we'll help map it to the rehearsal staking contract. And also send us your IP address in a private message. As Yutong just mentioned in the rehearsals, just send it a private message to Rowland, and we can get you starting to mine. All right, guys, for anyone still on the call, we're going to stop streaming, but we'll share this rehearsal progress spreadsheet that's on the live stream with you guys and chat with you guys on the Discord. Thank you, guys.